Greetings, peace, light, and love, peace, light, and love, and welcome to my presentation today. And what I want to talk about is the principle of vibration. Everything vibrates. Okay? And if you have followed me from the last video, you know that I am talking about the Hermetic Laws. And these Hermetic laws are ancient principles that have been uh, passed down for centuries. And a lot of us don't know these laws exist, even though we live these principles day by day. And we don't realize it because they're not taught in schools. They're not taught in religion. Okay? They are just in books. And you know what they say. You want to hide something from people or any particular people, what do? You hide it in a book because what? They don't read. Hmm. And this is true because if you read specific books, they are there plain as day because I had no idea I discovered these principles that I was living this life. So, with that being said, I want to talk about the principle of vibration because the principle of vibration dropped in my spirit today. And I wanted to talk about it because a lot of people all over the world, we're operating in a lower vibration because there's a lot of division and there's a lot of anger, a lot of depression, a lot of despair, and it's all driven in the lower vibrational realm. Okay? There are two spectrums. There's a lower vibration and there's a higher vibration. And when you operate in your higher vibration, you're operating in love, peace, and joy. Okay? And as you look around today, how much, especially when it comes to social media, when it comes to the news, what's happy? Where's the happiness? Where's the joy? Where are those stories that promote these particular emotions? You can rarely find them. And a lot of people operate in what? In division. Because that's in their what? Mental algorithm. So it's important that we understand that when you're operating in depression, anxiety, overstress, and we operate in these levels, it's hard for you to operate in the realm of love, joy, and peace. You can't operate in those higher realms because you may be just very, very weak. Okay? So when you see yourself constantly in anger, or you see other people, what they do cause you to be angry, that's your perception. And a lot of us, when we're growing up, we may have a negative perception as children, and we continue to have that negative perception, and we bring it in as adults. Okay, so it's very important that we do pay attention to our emotions. Okay? Because when you're operating in love, you are kind, you are respectful to others. You don't speak real, you don't gossip. Okay? When it comes to other people, when you're operating in love. Okay? So it's very important that we understand these things in order to connect to our what? Spiritual world. Because in the spirit operates in love. Okay? It operates in love, and it's important to us to understand that. If you're not operating in love, okay, then you're not connected to the spirit. If you're operating in your lower self, depression, despair, unhappiness, then you can't be connected to the spirit. You can't occupy the same space. So, what I would encourage you to understand is when you pay attention, and whatever you pay attention to, that's where you place your energy. Okay? Everything is energy. Whatever you place your attention, that is where you place your energy. And where you place your energy, okay, that's where you create a connection. So if you place your energy in your lower self, you think about everything that's bad that's going on around you, you're going to connect to that what? That particular what, portal. And that's what you're going to bring back. Okay? Because what the universe does, it creates what you believe, okay, and what you feel is real. So it's going to reinforce that negativity if you are always at that lower self. You're always speaking negatively. Okay? Uh, when you're at your higher self, you operate in love, you operate in joy, you operate in peace. Okay? That is what the universe will bring to you. It's just a shift. It's just a shift. It's shifting your what? Mindset. And what? The universe is mind. The all is mind. The universe is mental. That's the first principle of the Hermetic Law. Okay? So what you create in your life depends on how you are vibrating. So what I would encourage you today to do is to, one, think about how you are vibrating. Are you vibrating on your lower self or are you vibrating on a higher self? If you can tell, think about your surroundings. What is the universe projecting to you? Is it projecting a positive environment or a negative environment? What are you watching on social media or the news? What are they telling you? Because they are purposely putting the masses into their lower vibration, because if they put the masses into the lower vibration, then the masses will create what? A controlled environment. Okay? So bring yourself to a higher level, a higher level of vibration. You know? When you're looking at social media, what are you watching? Are you constantly being entertained by negativity? I remember I love law. I love law, I'm sorry. And I used to watch where people would, stand up for themselves, stand up their rights, and, the police would try to keep them under control. And, all of a sudden it came to me, why are you continuously watching this? Because if you're continuously watching this, you're going to bring that into your reality. So now I don't watch that anymore. Okay, I watch children, puppies, dogs, anything that may be a little bit uplifting. Okay, so try looking at things that will uplift you in your algorithm, okay, on YouTube, social media, okay? Those things that make you feel good about yourself and about life. So, with that being said, peace be unto you. And I hope that this message will inspire you to Raise your level. Okay? So, 1-0.